Japan's food scene is world famous, from Michelin-star sushi to steaming bowls of ramen on hidden Tokyo streets. But behind every delicious bite, there's a silent code of manners, one that can surprise, confuse, or even embarrass visitors. In today's video, we're decoding Japan's hidden culinary etiquette, the rules locals follow, and the mistakes tourists often make without realizing it. So, whether you're dreaming of dining in Kyoto or grabbing takoyaki in Osaka, this is your essential guide to eating right in Japan. Let's start with the symbol of Japanese dining: chopsticks. For many tourists, it's easy to forget that these aren't just eating tools. They're part of a deep cultural ritual. First, never stick your chopsticks upright in a bowl of rice. This gesture resembles a funeral offering and is a major faux pas. Similarly, never pass food directly from one pair of chopsticks to another, as that too mimics a cremation ritual. Instead, if you need to share, place the food gently on a shared plate for the other person to pick up. When you're not using your chopsticks, lay them neatly on the provided chopstick rest, which is called a hashioki. Please don't rest them across your bowl. And one more quick tip: don't point with them. It's considered just as rude as pointing with your finger. These small gestures carry big meanings and show a level of respect that locals will definitely appreciate. Next up, sushi. You might think you know how to eat it, but a trip to Japan might just surprise you. At traditional sushi bars, each piece of sushi is crafted to be eaten in one single perfect bite. And believe it or not, using your hands instead of chopsticks is perfectly fine, and often preferred by sushi masters. When you dip it, always dip the fish side, not the rice side, into the soy sauce. This prevents the rice from getting drenched and falling apart, preserving the texture the chef intended. And please, whatever you do, don't mix a glob of wasabi into your soy sauce to make a slurry. That's something locals rarely do. The chef has already placed the perfect amount of wasabi between the fish and the rice to achieve a delicate balance of flavor. You have to trust their art. As a bonus tip, if you're sitting at the counter, it's a lovely gesture to greet the chef with a smile or a simple "yoroshiku onegai shimasu." You'll likely get better service, and who knows, maybe even an extra piece of sushi. Ever wondered if it's rude to slurp your noodles in Japan? Well, you can relax because it's not rude at all. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Slurping ramen, soba, or udon is a cultural sign that you're thoroughly enjoying your meal. Plus, it has a practical purpose. It helps cool down the hot noodles as you eat them, so you can enjoy them faster. It's both practical and polite. But here's a key tip: slurp confidently, but try to keep it tidy and avoid talking with noodles in your mouth. Oh, and one more thing for your ramen bowl: never pour extra soy sauce directly into your broth. The chef has spent hours, sometimes days, crafting that perfect flavor balance, so adding more would be like telling them they didn't do it right. Now, let's talk about eating out in groups, especially during a nomikai, which is an after-work drinking party. Here, etiquette becomes a team sport. If there's shared food on the table, use the opposite, clean ends of your chopsticks to serve yourself. This is a hygienic practice that shows consideration for others. Also, never reach across the table to grab a dish. Instead, politely ask, "Sumimasen, torimasu ne?" which means, "Excuse me, may I take this?" When it comes to drinks, the golden rule is to never pour your own glass. Wait for someone else to pour for you, and then be sure to return the favor for them and others at the table. And before anyone takes that first sip, everyone raises their glass and says "kanpai" together. This small ritual transforms a casual meal into a shared moment of friendship, which is a deeply Japanese value. Some rules are so subtle you might not even notice them until you accidentally break them. First, don't tip. It's not just unnecessary, it can actually be considered insulting, as good service is expected to be part of the price. Second, don't walk and eat. While street food is amazing, it's meant to be eaten standing near the stall where you bought it. Also, try not to rest your elbows on the table during your meal. And perhaps most importantly, don't waste food. Finishing every last grain of rice shows appreciation and respect to the chef, the ingredients, and even nature itself. When you're done, saying "Gochi susama deshita" is the perfect way to end. You're not just thanking the cook, you're expressing gratitude for the entire experience. Of course, not every single person in Japan follows these rules perfectly all the time. Modern Japan is flexible, especially in bustling cities like Tokyo and Osaka. You might see locals checking their phones while eating in a casual spot, or even walking with a cup of coffee in hand. But as a visitor, a guest in their country, showing respect through these small, thoughtful gestures goes a very long way, and it's always noticed and appreciated. These unspoken rules are part of what makes Japan's dining experience feel so unique, so calm, graceful, and mindful. So, the next time you sit down for sushi, ramen, or a bento box in Japan, remember, it's not just about the food. It's about the spirit behind it. Understanding these customs isn't about achieving perfection. It's about fostering connection. Because in Japan, every meal is a chance to show gratitude and to share a little moment of harmony. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments which Japanese food you're most excited to try next. Thanks for watching. Japan's food isn't just about taste. It's a journey into tradition, respect, and small gestures that tell big stories. For many travelers, it's a surprise just how many unspoken rules come with each meal. In this video, foreign visitors share their honest experiences, what surprised them, what embarrassed them, and what they learned about Japan's hidden culinary etiquette. I thought I was being polite at a sushi restaurant by dipping the rice in soy sauce. The chef smiled, but later a Japanese friend explained, "You're supposed to dip the fish side." I had no idea. Now I do it the right way. And it actually tastes better. You can really feel the chef's balance of flavors. The first night I tried ramen, I was slurping quietly because I didn't want to make noise. Then everyone around me started slurping loudly. I looked around like, am I missing something? My Japanese friend said, "If you like it, slurp it." So I did. And honestly, it was kind of fun. I was in this traditional restaurant in Kyoto. The table was beautifully set, and I accidentally stuck my chopsticks into my rice bowl. The waitress came over politely and moved them to the side. Later, I learned that this is a funeral gesture. I felt terrible, but everyone was so kind. They just smiled and said, "No problem, you're learning." I joined my Japanese coworkers for a nomikai, like an after-work dinner. I poured myself a drink, and suddenly everyone laughed. They told me, "You should never pour your own glass. You pour for others." It was my first real lesson in Japanese group etiquette. Now I always wait for someone to pour for me, then I return the favor. It's a nice little ritual. I ordered sushi and wanted to be generous, so I left a small tip. The waiter looked confused and politely refused it. At first, I thought I offended him, but he explained that tipping isn't part of Japanese culture. People take pride in offering great service without expecting extra money. That moment really made me understand how respect works here. At a small izakaya in Sapporo, I noticed everyone saying something before and after eating Itadakimasu and gochi suzuma deshita. When I asked what it meant, the chef said, "It means thank you to everyone who made this meal possible." It felt beautiful, like gratitude built into daily life. I tried eating takoyaki while walking around the festival. A vendor kindly asked me to eat it near the stall. I didn't realize walking and eating is considered impolite here, but I kind of like that rule. It makes you slow down and actually enjoy the food. For most travelers, these lessons come as surprises, sometimes funny, sometimes a little embarrassing, but they all share something in common: respect. In Japan, food isn't just about taste. It's about harmony, gratitude, and mindfulness. Whether it's the sound of slurping noodles, the gesture of pouring for a friend, or a simple Itadakimasu, every act connects people through appreciation. So next time you eat in Japan, don't just taste the food, feel the culture behind it. If you've ever had a surprise dining moment in Japan, tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from Japan's hidden traditions.